Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, May 31. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the state will take steps to guarantee a process of human rights, accountability and trust between law enforcement and citizens.
A process to ensure that our law enforcement agencies use force in a way that creates trust, builds confidence, bridges the gap, and makes the public feel that there is no need to fear the police.
Mr. Holness was speaking at this morning's Caribbean Use of Force in Law Enforcement conference put on by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM. The Prime Minister also addressed the sometimes antagonistic relationship between INDECOM and the police.
The policy of this government is to have a police force, a law enforcement system that sees INDECOM as an important part of its own policy and strategy of implementation, and have an oversight body that sees themselves as supporting the police force in reaching the higher standards.
The Prime Minister, meanwhile, will be finalizing policies to ensure there are greater synergies and connectivity between agriculture and commerce. This, he says, will be done in the coming months and will see the sector taking a more corporate approach to economic growth and job creation.
We need to get our growth engine running much faster. So I'm going to be taking some personal time from the policy level, looking at the administrative issues that need to be resolved, looking at the regulatory issues that need to be resolved to ensure that there is greater synergy.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking as he officially opened and toured the $1.25 billion Tetra Pak Ultra High Temperature Technology Production Facility at Tradewind Citrus Limited. The draft of the revised National Culture Policy is now ready. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, made the announcement during her sectoral presentation yesterday.
Among the major issues addressed in the revised National Culture Policy are culture for promotion of social health and national well-being, repositioning culture in education, culture, creativity and innovation, culture, heritage and promotion of museums and artifacts.
She says the culture policy will ensure an increase in the number of growing small and medium-sized businesses and the legitimization of all cultural and creative business activities. It also provides for increased public-private partnerships and deepening linkages with other sectors, including tourism, manufacturing and agriculture. To support that, Minister Grange says her team is moving swiftly to operationalize the National Cultural and Creative Industries Council. Members of that council are to be announced shortly. Minister Grange, meanwhile, is calling on regional countries to band together to preserve and safeguard their tangible and intangible heritage. She was addressing Monday's opening of the World Heritage and Climate Change Symposium in Kingston. The minister pointed to a recent report indicating there are 31 natural and cultural World Heritage sites across 29 countries that are vulnerable to a range of climate change-related impacts.
From increasing temperatures, melting glaciers, and rising sea levels to extreme weather events, intensifying droughts, and more frequent and more severe wildfires.
As she addressed symposium participants from 9 Caribbean nations and UNESCO, Minister Grange said the trend was especially worrying for small island developing states where environmental vulnerabilities were at the extreme. She said it was imperative that the symposium result in a clear consensus to safeguard regional heritage assets in the face of climate change threats.
So that is why we're gathered here today to deliberate and come to a common consensus on how we are to battle the vicious impacts of climate change on the integrity of our culture and heritage.
And finally, as the island observes World No Tobacco Day, Jamaica's youth are being encouraged to avoid smoking. According to the Health Ministry and the Jamaica Coalition Against Tobacco, use of this product is linked to poverty, as persons who smoke 20 cigarettes a day will spend $360,000 per year on the items, which is more than the minimum wage.
So understand that most of the people who are buying the cigarettes are those who can ill afford it. And this is where the economic issues really become stark.
Very often our users who may be addicted may be utilizing the cigarettes are addicted, and that the funds and the money that is utilized to buy each pack could be utilized to buy food for a child, support their family, send them to school.
World No Tobacco Day is being observed under the theme Tobacco, a Threat to Development. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.